Hello, this is a Blue Gate 3 kVA inverter and it doesn't hold any charge. You can see this is blue gate here. So this particular inverter doesn't hold any charge. It goes off as soon as the light trips off. So any device plugged on it goes off immediately. Now, the first thing I want to do is to open up the UPS and see and check the state of the batteries inside. Most likely it is the battery. So I'm going to take out the screws on all the sides of the UPS. So just look around the UPS if you have a UPS like this, and then remove any screw that is holding the outer casing of your device. So that is the first thing I'm going to do. And in case you haven't done already, like and subscribe to the channel. There's great videos on this channel on how to fix all kinds of office equipment. So now I've removed all the screws on this UPS, and I'm going to carefully remove the casing, and then with my multimeter I'm going to check the state of the batteries inside. So as for this particular UPS, the operating voltage of the battery is around 52 volt max. So we have 4 batteries. The 4 batteries are 12 volt battery, but sometimes the batteries, if they are new and charged, they can exceed 12 volts, which is normal. So the maximum operating voltage of the batteries are supposed to be attached to this device is 52 volt. So I have removed the old batteries, and this is the cable that is used to connect the batteries. So I've removed the old batteries, and then you can see all these were used to hold the old batteries initially, and I've made sure the voltage of the old batteries they are weak and they couldn't hold any charge anymore. So that is the reason why I'm going to be replacing it with this new Blue Gate batteries also. Now the battery I removed is 12 volts 9 amp. So when you're getting another battery, ensure that the battery you're getting is also 12 volts 9 amp. We have other amp rating in the market like 12 volts 7.2 amp, 12 volts 7 amp, but this particular one I removed is 12 volts 9 amp. So if you want your device that is attached to the UPS to last longer when the power is out, you have to go for 12 volts 9 amp also. You can see this is 12 volts and 9 amp. It's clearly written on it, 12 volts and 9 amp. The reason why I'm showing you this is because we have 12 volts 7.2 amp, 12 volts 7 amp also in the market, and the same size as this. So you have to make sure you check the amp rating as well as the voltage rating. So that is it. I am going to remove all of them and then replace the batteries inside the UPS. So you can see the way this battery is positioned. I am going to position it in such a way that the batteries will be connected. So it has to be negative side by side with positive, negative side by side with positive. That way, when I connect it with the connectors, it will give me the voltage I'm looking for, which is the 52 volt, or yours can be 48 volt, but the maximum voltage is around 52 volts. It can be 50 volts, 52 volts, 48 volts, because they are 12 volt batteries. So 12 volt times 4 is around 48 volts, but sometimes they can exceed 48 volts because they are new batteries and then it is charged. So when there are new batteries and it is charged, some of them can cross over the 12 volt threshold and can be 13 volt. So that is why sometimes you can get 52 volt. So the batteries are connected now, and then I'm going to remove the cover on each of them and fix the connectors on it. So here it's going to be positive side by side, negative, positive side by side, negative. So that's where we have our operating voltage. So this one goes at the other end of the negative side, while this goes side by side with negative and then positive. The red is indicating positive, while the black is indicating the negative. So with my multimeter now, let's see what the voltage is on the batteries after connecting it. So we have my negative probe on the negative end and my positive probe on the positive end. Then we'll see what the rating is on our meter. You can see it is 52.9 volts, just like I said. The reason why it is 52.9 volts is because of the batteries. This is 52.5 to 52.9 thereabout. The reason is because, like I said earlier, they are new batteries and sometimes they exceed the 12 volt threshold because they're new batteries and it has not been used yet. So that is why sometimes they exceed 12 volt and cross over into 13 volt. But as you begin to use it, it balances itself at 12 volts. So, but the maximum voltage that this can take is 52 volt thereabout. So if yours is still 48 volts, it's still good. So you can see the way the batteries is connected, and then the last two end is left open, so I can connect my two probe there, the negative end to the negative probe and then the positive end to the positive connector. So once I connect them, at this stage the UPS should be able to turn on without connecting it to electricity. It should be able to turn on by by itself. So let's see what happens once I connect. You can see it came on, but initially, before, if it's not connected to electricity, it's not going to turn on. So, but since they're new batteries, it is advisable you charge the batteries to 100% before you start using it, so that it doesn't shorten the lifespan of your batteries inside. So that is what I'm going to do. But the reason why I'm putting it on right now is just to test, just to be sure that the UPS doesn't have any other problem. If after replacing the batteries and you try to put it on and it is still not turning on, then you have to look at the board. There is a board that is attached to this device. You have to look at the caps on it, the capacitor on the board. If the capacitors are swollen, then probably the board has issue and you have to replace the capacitors. And if you try to connect it to electricity, you notice that it's not charging. Another thing you have to check is the fuse, if the fuse is blown. So you can see we have a whole lot of components on the logic board. So what we are going to watch out for is the caps. You can see these caps, they are not swollen. So that is why this device is still working properly the way it's supposed to work. But if they are swollen, there's a high possibility that the motherboard is bad. So let's see what it looks like. So this is it. So the device is working properly, so I'm going to connect it back and then cover up the device.